Today, I'm going to tell you about a phrase that my MMA coach taught me, and that is to train hard, fight easy. Back in the day, I used to be the kind of guy that would take the easy way out whenever I could. If the opportunity presented itself to not do the hard work and to skip it entirely, I would take it 100%, no questions asked. I always had an excuse. Oh, I can't work on this for this reason. I can't start my business today because of this. Oh, I can't work out today because, I'm a little sore from yesterday's workout. And so there's always an excuse that I would make. But recently, within the past year, I've made a big change and I'm a very different person now. I don't shy away from hard work. And matter of fact, I chase hard work whenever I can and push myself past my limits truly in everything that I do. And this is a big factor of this is down to, MMA for me is what really got me into this mindset. I'm very thankful for the guys that I train with and for my coaches because they've instilled this, ruthless mindset inside of me. And really that's been inside of me. Really, they just helped me kind of bring it out into the forefront and make it the priority because, and this is the first point that I want to bring up, you're going to have to be relentless if you want to succeed. And, recommend checking out this book. It's called Relentless. It's by Michael Jordan's, one of his trainers back in the day. He also worked with Kobe Bryant. He works with tons of celebrities and athletes and stuff like that. And, I thought that was insane. And, it was recommended by John Jones, and I saw in an interview, it's got a quote from Kobe recommending the book on the cover, and it's fucking Michael Jordan's coach, whatever. I'm just saying that's pretty insane to me. It's worth checking out. He's worked with a lot of these guys that just have this ruthless mindset, and he breaks it down in this book. And you have to be relentless, just like the book, just like the title of the book says. There's a first and second place mentality. If you're running a little low on time in your workout and you're instead of rushing it, you're just, oh, well, I'll cut this and this today. Second place mentality. You're about to make that a habit. First place, he would have said, oh, well, I'm just not going to take as long in between sets. And now I'm going to do supersets of all the exercises that I have left and just make it one big little circuit, That's the kind of differences that is going to take you from first to second place. From second, excuse me, that is going to be the kind of differences that's going to take you from second to first place if you really truly want to win. Because the competition is going to be ruthless. There's a guy out there right now who feels just like you. Today he doesn't want to work on his business. He doesn't want to go to the gym. And he certainly doesn't want to keep all these other just annoying self-improvement habits. He doesn't want to keep them up today. He doesn't feel like it, and neither do you. That's why you're watching a video like this, because you don't feel like doing the hard work today. But guess what? The difference between you and him is he's not even watching this video, or he's already turned it off and he's already back to work and just working on it anyways. And that's what you got to do. If you really want to get ahead in life, you got to understand, to get to the top 10%, 1% of, we'll say 10%, to get to the top 10% of men, all you have to do is just be on self-improvement and just be doing a lot of the good habits. To get past that, to truly get to the top 1% of men, you're going up against other Chads. You're going up against other guys. They already have six packs. They already work out and they're already doing this stuff. The difference is, if you actually want to get to the top 1%, you got to be doing it when no one else is willing to do it. You got to be doing the things no one else is willing to do. That's really going to set you apart from the competition. That's what's going to take you ahead and get you a lot further in life. Because if you just sit around just playing with your little pee-pee all day on Instagram Reels and shit, that's not that hard to not do anymore. Then all of a sudden you're in the top 10%. Now all the other guys are doing the same things that you're doing. They're going to the gym and everything like that. So what you really got to build into your mindset is that sometimes you feel like doing it, sometimes you don't. And when you don't, you really just have to keep doing it anyways. You don't have to worry about what you feel, because what you feel doesn't matter. In the scope of things, life is pretty cutthroat. So it doesn't really care about what you feel. So you just have to kind of ignore those feelings and just do the hard work anyways. When you're doing the hard work anyways, when you don't feel like doing it, you want to kind of have the mindset that, whenever you go up against your opponent or your competition, you're going to be going up against them on their best day while you're in the middle of having your worst day. If you're having your worst day and you're used to quitting, guess what you're going to do in the competition? Exactly, you're going to quit. You're not going to give your best performance. But if you're working relentlessly, ruthlessly, just hard, just executing everything to the best of your abilities day in, day out, especially when you don't feel like it, then when that competition comes, it's going to be easy. You're going to wipe them out. You're going to be having your worst day. They're going to be having their best day, and you're going to fucking crush them, annihilate them. You know, isn't that something that you want? Isn't that what you want for yourself? So you just have to remember that a lot of times you're going to be up against your opponent on their best day and your worst day. You have to be prepared for that. You know, and when you're training as hard as you possibly can, and, you know, doing the best possible work that you can, because one thing I want to mention is that training hard doesn't matter if you're not doing the right thing. So it's not always about doing more and going hard. It's about making sure you're doing the right things and training hard and pushing yourself past your limits. You don't have to go crazy, something unrealistic. You want to keep it realistic, but realistically hard, pushing over your edge, you know what I mean? And this is just going to help you make it look easy, because I'm going to tell you right now, people do not give a shit about the work that you put in to get to where you're at. They don't care. They don't care about the story like that until you've already accomplished the goal. You know, so what you really got to do is make it look easy. Like, it's take Steph Curry, the NBA player, for example. He shoots threes like nobody's business. We all know this. He can shoot it from anywhere, no matter how many people. The whole starting five of another team will guard him, and he'll still shoot it. And it just looks effortless for him. Steffortless. As corny as that is, it makes it look effortless, right? But we don't see or care about the work that he's putting in. He's practicing those threes all the time, or when he was bad at shooting them, right? We just care that he's really good now, and now we're paying attention. Now we're actually caring about him and getting all these sponsorship deals and best player of all time talk, you know. And we never saw any of the work. We never saw him stay late for all those practices where he stayed late and to put in the extra work and put in the extra shots, where he showed up early and was already ready before everybody else was. Maybe he already got workout in, and this is just another workout for him. Meanwhile, everybody else is just doing the one workout per day. None of us saw that, but now he makes it look effortless. There's a chapter on this in the 48 Laws of Power. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Maybe I'll find it, put it on screen or something like that. But that would be a good book to check out and read that chapter if you can. But you want to make it look easy. Nick Diaz is a UFC fighter, and you know, if you've watched any of his fights, usually he'll go like 50%. He's not hitting you as hard as he can in the first half of the fight, you know, but he's constantly attacking. So imagine getting hit with 50% of his power, but he's just nonstop. Like he just won't stop. He's not getting tired either. What are you gonna do then? Because you're going to get tired because you're hitting him as hard as you can, and it's only the start of the fight, but now you're in the 5th round. You're gassed, but he looks fine. And that's because he worked hard and his training was harder, so his cardio was impeccable. He wasn't overexerting himself in the beginning because he knew he was going to take you to those end rounds, and the fight just looks easy for him, and he's going to fuck you up because he trained harder in his training and make the fight look easy. And like I was saying earlier, you just want to lean beyond your edge. That's kind of the point here. And just lean beyond your edge. The Way of the Superior Man has a chapter that talks about this. Go ahead and check out that book. But when you lean beyond your edge and you're pushing yourself a little further every single session, winning is going to become a habit. Because I promise you, again, with the second and first place mentalities, the guy in second place is not going to be putting in as much work as you. When practice is over, look at all your teammates, or if you're in MMA, right? Practice is over, training is over. Look at everybody leave the gym. Do you go and hit the bag a little longer, get a few extra reps in, hit the bag, maybe do some conditioning work? Are you doing that? When everybody leaves practice and you're a basketball player, maybe you're in high school but play basketball, is everybody leaving practice and are you putting up more shots? Practicing maybe your handles and everything like that, doing more drills? Or are you leaving with everybody else? See, when you're putting in all that extra work, everything compounds. Everything is going to compound and eventually benefit you if you're putting in all this extra work, you know. Like, God's gonna see that and he's gonna be like, all right, you know what, this guy's been putting a lot of extra work in recently, let's give him a break. Because I promised you, when you're in that fight, when you're in the game, in the middle of it, in the middle of the challenge, your competitors, even in business, your competitors are not working as hard as you. They're not doing that extra work. They're not thinking about it like that because they haven't built up that mentality to train hard to make the fight easy. That's what the mentality is, to train hard, train as hard as you can to make the fight easy. Because your opponents will quit. As long as you hang in there and stay consistent and do it, especially when you don't feel like doing it, your opponent will quit. I promise you. So this is just a quick video I really wanted to make because I really like this mindset and this phrase that my coach said the other day. And just remember, train hard, fight easy, and be better than you were yesterday.